everyone, welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios. Again, we're back for 10 on the 10th. Now, before I go any farther, I want to point out, I am not officially a part of the 10 on 10 collab. But like so many other collabs on YouTube, you don't have to be a part of the collab to actually play along. And by playing along with the 10 on 10 collab this year, I have done, well, as of this month, I've done 110 Christmas cards. I've also done Christmas cards for Case on the 5th, because sometimes I've done Christmas cards. I've done Christmas cards with some of the Stampin' Up stuff. So by now, I have about 130 Christmas cards for this year. I won't need them all, but it gives me a seed start for next year, too. And even if they don't do the 10 on the 10th collab next year, I think I'm still going to do the 10 on the 10th just because it lets me get my Christmas cards done and out of the way, and they're ready to mail this month. So there is that. Okay, now I told you in the first video today that I was using the curvy die set from Stampin' Up that is retired, and it is this one here, and it goes with Quite Curvy. Now, this was an early release for last year. Excuse me, I ate yogurt, and now my throat's all cloggy. Anyway, I looked at it and I thought, you know, I don't really think I'm going to use it that much. And if I don't think I'm going to get a lot of use out of a die, I don't use it. I don't purchase it. Or out of a stamp set, I don't purchase it. So, oh, I do like this little hello down here. But then, and I can't show you, I didn't think to bring the iPad in, I found a card on Pinterest. I will link it down below so you can go take a look. That I absolutely loved. So when I went to my sister-in-law's in Oklahoma this summer, I used her dies, and I cut out all the components to do that Christmas card that I saw on Pinterest. So I wasn't concerned about waiting until last minute to put this card together. All I had to do this morning was sit down and glue everything in place while I watched videos. Except I couldn't get the pieces to go back together the way they belonged. So, back to the drawing board, and I kind of took that card idea and created my own. The only die that I didn't use any of the stamps because there's nothing here that says Christmas. So I didn't use the stamp set. And this was the only die that I used. This one with the dots. Now, the other thing I didn't realize was, depending on how you cut it determines whether or not you get the dotted edge on your piece. So, that became a problem. I can use this for something totally different. I may make another 10 Christmas cards using the reverse of this. So, there was that. And this is the card I came up with. Now, the Perfectly Plaid Tree set, stamp set, is the one that I went with because I could put this tree down here. May this special season be wrapped in love and joy was perfect for inside. I've been using that sentiment a lot. And then this Merry Christmas fit perfectly on our everyday label, which is also retired. Now, keep in mind, when I do 10 on the 10th, or Case on the 5th, I'm not always using current Stampin' Up products. I don't have to. So even though I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and there are things that I will use, and I will let you know when they are current, I do not always use current Stampin' Up products. You can take this design and use anything in your wheelhouse that you have. I showed you earlier this year when I did the penguins. Sorry, I knew I wanted one of these. How I just took and created my own curve here to do this. And you could do that with this, just a simple sketch curve. Run you a piece of yarn around there to trace something, anything, and get this shape. You don't have to have the curvy die set. I also do want to warn you, if you go looking for Stampin' die sets, when you're looking for dies, I'm going to caution you to not purchase ones that are shipping from China. They do not cut as well. My sister can attest to that with her snowflakes. My sister-in-law warned me about that when I went looking for my own copy of the Curvy die set. And I got lucky. My upline was selling her set. And again, thank my sister-in-law for spotting that on our upline that it was available. So now I own it. Goodness gracious, my throat today. So with the Perfectly Plaid, I still wanted to work with the Heartwarming Hugs. And this designer series paper is current in our holiday catalog that is good through December 31st. And if you would still like to grab a copy of that catalog or our All Occasions catalog, feel free to contact me using the email down in the description box below and let me know that you would like a catalog, and I'm happy to put a set in the mail to you. So this particular paper was from last Christmas, and it was so popular they brought it back. And it works best with Mossy Meadow, Real Red, and Pear Pizzazz. So those were the colors of cardstock I pulled out to make my card bases with. Just like that. I stamped all of the trees in Mossy Meadow. And I had some Holiday Rhinestone Basic Jewels. I think these were from last year. And they come in multiple sizes. They degrade as you go up. So I used the bigger one on the sentiment and the small one on the top of the tree. And then I backed it with our current gold ribbon. It's a 1/4 inch wide shimmer ribbon. And I backed that behind that just to let that sentiment mat pop out a little bit. So I have 10 of these. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Separate that one so they stand out a little bit. And I really like these in the Pear Pizzazz. I really like that. So those are my 10 Christmas cards for 10 on the 10th. While I'm here, I'm going to let you know that I am involved with a Stampin'Up online convention this weekend. So there will not be any videos probably till Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Actually Tuesday, because I'll have day 3 of the Christmas collab with Dear Julie and Kara Brandon Creates. So no video now until Tuesday when I come back with day 3 of my mind just went blank. Goodness. I think it's my sugar. My sugar's been elevated a little bit this morning, and that has not helped my process at all. I will be back unless I decide to show you, and I'm allowed to show you a sneak peek of a stamp set that I'm going to be working with and on stage this weekend. Otherwise, I won't be back here until Tuesday with day 3 of the 5 Days Christmas 2021 collab with Dear Julie and Kara Brandon Creations. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Remember to like, share, subscribe to keep up with this crazy train I seem to be on lately. Thanks for joining me in the studio today, and creative Christmas blessings.